Yo, 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 what's good, y'all? Welcome back to another edition of Manga After Dark. Thank you all for rocking with me. Hope everyone's having a happy holiday, spending time with their loved ones. Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah. Make sure you eat all that good food, take time to relax, recharge the batteries before you get back to work. So again, I'm on winter breaks. I'm trying to do a bunch of catch-up streams to get caught up to the manga that I'm currently reading, and hopefully in the new year I can actually react to the newest chapters other than just One Piece. So today we're doing a My Hero Academia catch-up stream. So I'm going to be reading from chapters 329 all the way to the current chapter, which I believe is 338. So where I left off is we got introduced to Star and Stripe, and she's heading over to America because all hell's broken loose. And then Stain gave All Might the intel, telling them they got 3 fucking days till Shigaraki's complete. So without further ado, let's dive into My Hero Academia chapter 329, In the Nick of Time, a Big Maverick from the West. Alright, so we're with All for One. A crucial moment is nigh. There's a bunch of Nomu behind him. He's in his ventilators on his throne. The escaped convicts and their antics have provided the perfect distraction for keeping the short-staffed police and heroes from devoting their full attention to us. We have played a game of hide and seek on this small island nation, and we have won. So we got Spinner. We could have also won by just leaving the country. You misread my intent. Winning this little match was the short-term objective, and obtaining one for all is the mid game goal. Okay. And then Spinner says, not the final one. All for One goes, I've planned ahead for a long life, and within those plans, this very moment presents me with both the greatest obstacle and the ultimate opportunity. I have heaps of friends all around the globe. All Might may have eradicated organized crime here in Japan, but other nations are a different story. Once those friends of mine start stirring up trouble, each country will have to weigh its own priorities against the needs of others. Spinner replies, okay, so what's the obstacle and the opportunity? And then All for One goes Star and Stripe, the strongest woman around, and the hero who reigns supreme in the land of the free, home of the heroes. She shrugs off cheap tricks and petty tactics. So this is a gamble. She will prove far more than a mere nuisance. But should I manage to steal her quirk, the rest of this war will be just what's this quirk? He's so confident. All for One's like, yo, if I get this quirk, it's over. So I assume, since All Might's her teacher, I assume it's a power type quirk, but it can't be that simple. Then she's just absurdly strong. But All for One's like, yo, if I get this, the Japanese can't touch me. Unlike young Toya and the others, you've devoted yourself to guarding me, but it's nearly time for you to take action as well, Iguchi. In the days to come, you, Spinner, will support Tomura Shigaraki in his crusade to do justice to your name, as one who spins this tale. You were a veritable nobody, and as a heteromorph, you have led a difficult life. Racist. You hear the rumblings already, don't you? So many out there sympathize with your cause from the shadows. Reed Destro was inherently beholden to the old ways of doing things. Oh shit, they got fucking there's flyers for Spinner across the city. And we got some random dude. But behold, the cinders of liberation yearn to burn bright. Paranormal Liberation Front surviving advisors. We of the Vanguard Action Support Regiment were assigned to fight under Spinner, given who we are. The great skeptic outlasted his peers and now tells us that liberation is at hand. We are to eliminate what resistance remains and realize this revolution. Yes, muster the warriors in the ways that's simplest for you lot. The League may rub me the wrong way, but their influence certainly has its uses. So we got the dude with the long hair and I forgot a bunch of the Liberation Front members' names. He's the dude that has all the intel. Whatever the fuck his name is. Reed Destro himself saw the light and hoped they represent. So we got Toga, then we got Dabi. It makes no difference whether or not the League of Villains are true liberators destined to accept the mission and burden. Hold them sacred. We shall endow them with divinity. Once Tomura Shigaraki has destroyed all, we shall sow the seeds of the future. All right, back to the heroes. So we got Hawks and Best Jeanist. She'll be entering our airspace soon. After meeting up, let's start planning right away. Hawks continues. It's seriously reassuring to have Star on our side, but are they going to throw the book at her? Best Jeanist. Her nation may prove our salvation. For quite some time now, I've wanted to chat with her about that treasured vintage gem from the gold rush. Tsukuchi here. Endeavor. Hawks, you listening? A report came in just now along her flight path, 50 kilometers ahead of the landing point is him. He's shown himself. Who is it? Already? Yo, this dude's a menace. What? Shigaraki's just there. What? Such a warm so this is Star and Stripe. Such a warm welcome before I've even arrived. You're that free to do as you please, mister. The Shigaraki's just looking menacing. Are you the villain they call All for One? Shigaraki goes, good question. What exactly am I? And he's just standing on top of a Nomu, chilling, heading her direction. Okay. So I'm guessing, so like, I was not a fan of the whole, like, so like, I don't know, like the whole Orochimaru Sasuke thing. Like, I know Horikoshi wants us to think that, like, oh, you know, he's going to swerve us and then, like, one of them is going to betray the other. I don't know. Like, All for One, he's, like, really, like, whenever he speaks, he says Shigaraki will do this, Shigaraki will do that. So he's speaking as if, like, yeah, I'm going to die. I'm legit giving my successor everything. But, you know, the way he moves is kind of funny. I don't know. So, you know, and I think Shigaraki doesn't trust him either. So I'm kind of curious to see where we're going with this plot point. Who's going to betray whom? And then, yeah, I don't know. So fuck it. Let's continue. On to chapter 330. So we got dude in the fucking jet. No, Star, that's Tomura Shigaraki, so we should expect an EMP attack. All units to switch to shock shield mode and disengage autopilot. Roger that, Bravo leaders. They're putting up their force fields. Well, what's our play? Offense or evasion? The Star goes, do you even need to ask? We smash. Damn right. My Hero chapter 330, me and myself. Dude in the jet, loud and clear, Star. Let's hope at least one of us makes a safe landing. Battle formations. There's a villain to take down. I'll make sure your remains make it back to your loved ones. Ooh, said Shigaraki. Okay. Oh, no, I think that was still Star. Then Shigaraki goes, it's a strange state I find myself in. I can truthfully declare that I am Tomura Shigaraki, but at the same time, there is no doubt that I am also me. Radio waves plus air cannon plus heavy payload. I felt like this ever since I reawakened. Star yells evade and she jumps off the jet. My God. Shigaraki just shot like a giant wave at all of the jets and they're like trying to avoid it. Shigaraki continues, well, USA, who will be the first to tag the other? And Star is in the air, lands on another jet. Do you already know what my deal is? It won't help you fight back because I reign supreme, boy. Air. Star Stripe's quirk. As of now, the air, and she's like gripping the air, I think. It says like it's like a gripping sound effect. Does not exist 100 meters ahead. Wait, what? Air, as of now, the air does not exist 100 meters ahead of me. New order. The fuck is she do? USA, USA. So she made like a giant star-shaped shockwave or energy wave of some kind. After touching a target, she can call out the target's name and assign a new rule to it. Now, wait, huh? Wait, whoa, what is she? Wait a minute now. So did she just take away the air? What the fuck? After touching a target, she can call out the target's name and assign a new rule to it. How about you die with this? Yeah, I think the bitch just took the air away. So Shigaraki's like covering his mouth. And he goes, a brutal quirk. I want it. The star goes, well, a guy who came all this way to meet me probably wouldn't drop dead that easy. Then she yells, laser cannons, and the jets all shoot the laser, and they just fuck up Shigaraki. They're not even touching the Nomu. The people in the jet. That's a good him. That got him. Good shot, me. Good shot, me. Whatever. Like, hell, that was you. Wedge, I shot first. Don't get cocky just yet. And Shigaraki's obviously A-okay. Reflect plus scat. Oh. So he's like bouncing all the beams back. Reflect plus scatter. The laser is this is broken. Wait a minute now. That's broken. The laser is holdable. And she's just grabbing the fucking laser. This is great. His body is healing. No wonder Japan lost to this guy. The vacuum she created is gone. Does New Order have a limitation of some sort? This is my chance. And Shigaraki is lunging towards her. Then Star goes, using a monstrous strength for mid-air mobility and playing right into my hand. She just jumps right at me. She decks his ass. Tomura Shigaraki. Then Star goes, I can only set new rules for up to 2 different targets at once. One of the 2 is always myself, and I can't quite conjure up super strength on All Might's level, but it's not too shabby. Years ago, a Japanese student studying abroad saved me. My family and I were on our way to the Santa Monica Pier when it happened. A burglar on the run attacked us in our car. At least let my little sister live. I cried as I was ready to face death, but then he was there, All Might, looking beastly. I'll never forget the sight of those 2 hair tufts. He was my role model from that day forward. As a show of my own, even greater dedication to peace, I went for 8 tufts. Americans, we gotta do it big. There's no escaping him. That cursed All Might. He's called the symbol of peace after all. I've always touched you and said your name. So now, if Tomura Shigaraki moves at all, top 1 in the verse. I don't know. This is top 1 stuff right here. If Tomura Shigaraki moves at all, his heart will stop. What type of... See, this is using your quirk effectively. What is going on? So Togoro's just looking at her. Then he goes, she fell for it. There were signs from the moment I awakened. The boundary was always hazy. As originally planned, you were meant to become me entirely after 2 months of recuperation. But what a firecracker you are, Tomura. Your sheer hatred, your drive for destruction. The doctor and I had our expectations and you rose up to blow them away. Percentage-wise, I'd say 97. God damn, perhaps 98. We will become one soon enough. No longer all for one, nor Tomura Shigaraki. We now meld into a new person altogether. Then Shigaraki yells, no! Then Star goes, it didn't work. Is he not? Oh. What a plot twist! What a twist! Is he not Tomura Shigaraki? So since he's now something different, when she called his name out, it didn't work because he's not him anymore. There's something happening to his eyes. Not in favor, are you? Well, I sure am. Do you detest me? Let that rage flow. Your hatred delivers us to our glorious future. So this is again all for one, all speaking. And Shigaraki's just like yelling, don't do it. No, this is my body. You can't have it. No, leave my booty alone. No. This is still Shigaraki. It began in that house with a grain of hate that grew and built upon itself. And there's like a bunch of black Conqueror's Hockey Clash midair and My Hero. So there's a bunch of black lightning and like a shockwave to be continued. Let's dive into chapter 331. Shout out to Viz, by the way. And the shockwave blows stars back. Chapter 331, United States of America. And she's recovering. Did his hair just grow? What's going on with this guy? And she lands on the jet. And Shigaraki is also on the jet. Now I get how New Order works. It may be supreme, but it's still constrained by rules of its own. The USA's #1 hero, Star and Stripe. The government strictly oversees her quirk. Yeah, that shit's broken. The particulars of how it works are hardly classified, though the public gets the gist based on her visible heroics. She touches a target, says its name, and assigns her rule of choice. A jaw-dropping, unreasonable power that makes the world her plaything, and the one that practically redefines what a quirk can be. But I've learned quite a bit from our battle so far. As far as powering up a living physical body goes, there is a hard limit. Otherwise, she would try to kill me right from the very start by crushing my head with pure power. On the other hand, there's no limit to how much a rule can incapacitate someone. Yeah, that's a crazy range. Like, there's no like set limit. Like, she could just like touch something and make it do whatever the fuck it wants. That's absurd. One could think of it as a barometer with a upper cap, a gauge she can set at will, I suppose. However, judging from the fact that she didn't say if she touches the air within the set range, she dies. One assumes that the new rule can't arbitrarily involve things she hasn't touched, just through roundabout wordings. Perhaps she could make such a rule, but maybe it would be less effective. Still, look at the earlier lasers in the vacuum. She boasts an impressive degree of freedom when it comes to move to non-living things. Apparently, therein lies New Order's true utility. Bending non-organic matter to your will is crazy. The difference in efficacy between rules for living and non-living things must have to do with the process of naming the target. Her new rule for me didn't take hold because her understanding doesn't quite mesh with reality. When Mrs. Star touched me, she believed me to be Tomura Shigaraki, but even my understanding of myself is hazy. Am I Shigaraki? Or All for One, or Shimura even. When calling the name of the target with the sense of self, Mrs. Star's understanding of the target's identity must align with its own. For the target without a sense of self, her one-sided understanding is enough to enforce the new rule. Only 2 targets at once, I suppose. And what's her effective range? Would it work if she called my dog Mon by his name, Mon? He has a dog? Or is he talking about his dead, like the flashback dog that died? Or does he have I haven't read this series in a minute. I don't think he has a living dog, right? Like, I don't smoke that much. What's gotten to me all of a sudden? This irresistible urge to test out her rules. I've never been so on edge. Then Star's thinking he must have a way to get around the attacks that hamper his breathing. All right, so if you're conflicted about who you are, her abilities won't work because it doesn't align with who you think you are. Does not align with who she thinks you are. All right, makes sense. What now, Star? Says the dude in the jet. New order and concentrated laser fire did just about nothing to that regenerating scumbag. The Star replies, send word to Commander Agapar. Dude in the jet goes, for real? Bad enough we ran off half cocked without their say so. You're really thinking that we oughta? Star yells, if not now, then when should I exercise my special authority? Okay. Then she goes, this punk's graduated from being Japan's local menace. Now that he's a threat to the world, we gotta use tactics that Japan lacks to make him dead now. Jesus Christ. just try to give me a place to plant my feet until arrival. Okay, bros. Dudes and Jet goes, ah, well. Then he has a flashback. Starting today, you boys are under my wing. When we die together, brothers. The dude in the jet, our number one sure does ask the word of us. Hey, Wedge, shake that raggedy lowlife off your top side. That Star's perch. Copy that. And he does like a command roll. And Shigaraki falls back to his Nomu and goes, close one. Star yells, I told you that knowing what I'm about wouldn't help you fight back. This is what I meant. Then she issues another rule. The air forms into my shape, but the air forms into my shape, but 1,000 times bigger. Fist bump to the earth. She creates a giant stand. Nothing's visible there, but I got a nasty feel. Oh, he can't see. Oh, that's why it's air. So he couldn't see the attack because it's air, but the air is in the form of her. And she like mimics, and she just throws a punch, and then the air clone thing throws a punch and sends Shigaraki flying. Yeah, he and the Nobu just got fucked up. Taking any more damage is pointless, and he'd never answer if I had asked for his real name. So the only way to get rid of this guy, so Shigaraki's bleeding from the mouth, and she claps like this, is busting him down. Is busting him down to what the fuck? Is busting him down to this bitch ain't playing. She's playing no games. And like the fucking air stand just like smashed them with their hands. Star yells, but you're a tough nut to crack. Bros, give me a taste of those lasers. And they're shooting the lasers while he's compressed in the air clones. And she goes, the lasers combine in. This bitch is next level. Yo, this is great. Combined into one. So all the lasers form into like a spear, and her air clone stand thing grabs like the energy spear. And it's like right above her. So all the lasers combine into one. United Hyper Max Output Laser. Jesus Christ. Keronos. And she just like jams the laser javelin into Shigaraki, and he goes into the ocean. A nonstop blast of the max lasers. He'll burn away to nothing. Yeah, I doubt it. This is just keeping him pinned down. Yeah, Shigaraki he's getting fucked up, but he's still there. Star continues. If this were enough, then Endeavor could have finished the job. Star, Agapar, sir. I'm so accustomed to your independent ways that I got careless. This stunt will lose you more than just your license. Fuck out of here. Like you could do shit. She goes, fine by me. Well, are things ready on your end? Then he goes, sure, a special favor just this once. Japan's been informed that the strike is... No, America, we love nukes. Don't tell me there's a nuke. No, not again. No, not again. No. We already hit him twice. No. No. Sorry, Japan. Then Star goes, that's what I wanted to hear. And Agpar continues, the fact that your flagrant defiance from the rules really has made our nation shine all the brighter. All Might himself couldn't put a proper end to this villain. Prepare to surpass him, Cassie. And there's a picture of her and All Might together. Their name is Tiamat. Make sure every last one of them hits their mark. State-of-the-art hypersonic intercontinental cruise missiles. Ooh. This fight was this has been a really fun fight. I had no idea that this shit's broken. No wonder why all was like, yo, if we get this quirk, the heroes can't touch us in Japan. They can't do shit. Cause what the fuck, man? Are you kidding me? This is absurd. This bitch is a reality warper, basically. So dive into chapter 332. I think this is a flashback. Haha, just admit it already. You ain't the greatest at boosting your own power, Star. Though at a glance, my quirk seemed capable of anything. There was always a hard limit when it came to powering myself up. No matter what sort of rule I tried, it never worked out just right. Those who knew me well would say, at the end of the day, quirks reflect what's on the inside. After all, maybe it's because Cassie... That misogyny. Cassie is a girl. Chapter 332, State-of-the-Art Hypersonic and Intercontinental Cruise. Then some random dude goes, that has nothing to do with it, Star. That's just how your quirk is. When it's not enough, use us to pick up the slack. That's how bros roll. Facts. Bro code. There's big facts. I mean, what are you packing is plenty for now, but the problem is you're comparing yourself to All Might. True story, but she's the only one who has a chance to catch up to that big man. Yeah, because they're both beasts. And she's like smiling as they're like big upping her, because that's what bros do. We lift each other up. That's right. I've always hated those words. They've never once said that to me. And the missiles are coming down. Then here they come. You gonna try and touch those hypersonic powder kegs? The Star goes, yeah, but that'll mean undoing my laser rule. When I do, you boys take over with the concentrated firepower. Then Shigaraki goes, she must know that this isn't doing much to me. The United Laser Blast is only meant to stun lock me via relentless damage. All of the which tells me she realizes that without a single attack powerful enough to vaporize me into nothing, it's all pointless. She is waiting for something packing even bigger punch than this. This entire fight's wild. Horikoshi's in his bag right now. Then you got the fodder. Roger that, Star. Let me not call them fodder. The bros. Let me put some respect on their name. The bros. They go, Roger that, Star. We'll be sure to keep his hyper regen busy while you switch over to the big booms that really bring the pain. Damn it. It's almost like the Shigaraki goes, no, couldn't be. And yet, she must have a way. A make or break moment for us both. A shitty game of hot potato. Shigaraki's like face, his like skin is melted away and it's like regenerating at the same time. And she's still holding the laser. Here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1. And she lets go of the lasers. Now before these things rip my arm off at the elbow. And she's touching the fucking missiles. New order. Tiamat is redirected. As long as the rule applies to even a single missile, it's either Shigaraki or a gnome just jumped out of the ocean. No, I think that's Shigaraki. He's trying to jump up and the lasers hit him back. And the missiles are all binding together and they're moving in the sky. State of the art hypersonic continental crew. So her air stand grabbed all of the missiles and combined it with a punch. They all detonated. State of the art hypersonic intercontinental cruise punch. And creates a massive shockwave, and it blows everyone back. And the bros go, "How's that?" And it clears the sky, and Endeavor's like, "What the fuck am I seeing?" Star got blown back. There's a massive crater, and all the water got blown back. So you just see the bottom of the fucking ocean. And there's like a hole in the ground, and Star's looking at it. I forgot Shigaraki's decay. He probably just like decayed the ground and went into it. Cause like that attack that was nasty. Oh no, he did. So he hit in the hole. His body's like all fucking just muscle tissue and bones. His skin got melted away. Star's looking disappointed. I can control what my decay. This is Shigaraki. I can control what my decay affects. I knew she was preparing something big for me. Our little back and forth thus far told me New Order can only affect two things at once. So I also knew that the situation was about to shift. The instant that shift came, I wasted no time using decay to tunnel into the earth. If I'd run and hide before, if I run and hid before the big something hit, she would have caught me and acted and adapted. It was a gamble that relied on exact timing. A second's delay would have been a fatal error. He used the Nomu as a decoy. Then Shigaraki goes, "I'm just playing along with your nasty game of hot potato." Then a Star is falling. The bros go, "Star needs support. Back into formation. Give her a place to land." And the Nomu's all the way fucked up. So Shigaraki's still regenerating. Up against anyone but me, that move would have finished the job. But you came up short for once, and you're taking a loss to the grave. Not on my watch. And like, yeah, the Nomu's all the way fucked up. Now burst. Like a giant blast wave happened. So Shigaraki's on the plane. Me and myself make better use of your resources. The bros go, socket to us, Star. Socket to us, Star, because after all that damage. Then Star goes, "Not enough. He's regenerating too quickly." Her air stand is still effective. My craft gonna boom should blow him to. Oh, not the bro. No. My craft going boom should blow him to bits. Star's looking down. "Do it, Star." She hesitated. So she couldn't kill her bros, and she hesitated. Shigaraki palmed her face. End of the chapter. Oh shit, no, Star. No. I mean, she's too busted to live, but no, not like this, Star. Not like this. The Shigaraki, what set me on edge, nothing like nothing else, was the thought of New Order and One for All colluding. Yeah, those two together, that shit. That's a tag team no one's beating. Oh no. So chapter 333, Spectre. I put a stop to the Safety Commission and got my overseas associates to stir up trouble in order to delay the convergence of foreign heroes upon Japan. I planned to perfect this body and steal One for all before challenging New Order. Then she was the final boss. One for All, the accumulated power that could foil all my designs. Once it was mine, all the other conspiring forces of the world, including New Order, would have been ants before me. Whether you knew it or not, this most likely unsanctioned, free-spirited early visit of yours was the only scenario I hated to imagine. And he's like still palming her face. Placing this incomplete body in the front lines was a gamble I was forced to make. Why did he pull his hands back? but I've won this roll of the dice, USA. Kathleen Bates won't decay. Smart. That's smart. She took a hit for my sake, said the bro. You total idiot, he yelled. And she's like falling. I'm done for it. It exceeded my cap of my endurance boost. I've stolen it. Oh, he wasn't using decay. He was trying to take her quirk. I forgot how All for One works. You know, he's nasty like that. I've stolen it. Idiot, you say. I have to agree here. Your body began decaying the moment I absorbed your quirk. New Order requires those verbal commands, so you couldn't protect yourself as it was being stolen. You prioritized saving your own skin and lost everything in the process. This is where it truly begins, Yoichi. Who the fuck is Yoichi? I'm not sure. I don't remember who this person is. The stories I read with you that day. It's been a while. It's been too long since I read this series. Were we supposed to know who Yoichi is? He didn't have a brother, did he? I mean, it looks like his brother, I guess. Oh no, isn't this All for One speaking? So maybe that's All for One's brother. So I think this is All for One speaking. I think. You thought I didn't realize there was more to the story. Wrong. The Shigaraki says New Order. I knew how it would go, so I chose to stop reading there. And the Shigaraki says the air is. Is he going to say the air is decaying? He's about to do something. What is he about to do? This dude's a menace. And Star's like, she's like folding her hands like this, looking on confidently. And then you got fucking All for One is hugging onto Shigaraki. I like the little back and forth internal dialogue between All for One and Shigaraki. I actually think that's pretty cool. So Shigaraki for one. The fuck is that? Is that Star? So someone's like mutating. No, is that Shigaraki? He's like bubbling up and he's exploding. So she was looking confident, her arms folded, smirk on her face. Then next thing you know, Shigaraki's like blowing up. Tomura's bursting apart. And Shigaraki goes, "What's going on? My quirks are exploding out." Then we got the bros. "Hang on, you think that maybe Star?" "That's right. There was no time to blow him up with your plane, so I set a new rule at the last second." Star, so she got like part of her face is being decayed. Like it's like cracks and stuff on part of her face. Star goes, "New Order. Revolt against other quirks." So he's, oh shit. So it's like an internal battle inside Shigaraki. So you got Star's quirk is like fighting all the other quirks, is like ripping them apart. Do you see the other quirks like trying to hold Star's quirk down? Kathleen Bates, and we got All for One. He's like angry. The worst case would have been dying and having my quirk stolen outright. Sure, it would have been nice to protect my body too, as an added bonus. Too bad. Yeah, her quirk is just whooping all their asses. Stopping this global menace in exchange for just my life was a small price to pay. Bros, thank you for everything. And the bros yell Star, and Shigaraki's body's just like, he's like coughing up blood. The backlash against my other quirks, like a cannibalistic invader. This is dire. I can only steal quirks or bestow them. I can't just dispose of one. So her quirk is just fucking them up. Prime Mike Tyson in this bitch, wrecking ship. I must give it away. The pilots, I'll force it on one of them. Fire, and they're all firing their lasers at Shigaraki. Star is still fighting the good fight inside that scumbag. It's working. He's ready to fall apart. Keep lighting him up, boys. Star's sacrifice isn't going to go to waste on our watch. Her quirk is still fucking them up. My reflect quirk has been destroyed. She's going after All For One. No. No. She's dead. No. Stars. Another one bites the dust, man. So Star's being fully broken apart. She's watching on as the lasers are holding him down. And then Star's thinking, because you saved me back then, I gotta indulge in this lovely dream of mine. And we got All Might talking to Star. And she's like doing the salute as she's fading away. God damn, man. So the bros are looking on. Man, that's rough. All Might, this is me returning the favor. Curses quickly, damn it. Damn you, specter of All Might. End of the chapter, dog. Man. Yo. So she's charging. So her quirk is fighting against All For One right now inside of Shigaraki while destroying all of his other quirks. That's wild. On to chapter 334. Chapter 334, Parting Gift. So we got Star on the cover. Don't let him get away. Shoot the sucker down. So the Nomu's trying to carry him away. Just before making my darling Nomu burst, I stole this wing quirk from it. I can make my getaway using my power and these wings. Someone else must receive new order from me. And it's still fucking him up before I'm reduced to nothing. Years ago, a Japanese student studying abroad saved me. I went for 8 tufts of my hair. Once again, so you got All Might just walking menacingly. So he's thinking of All Might and he's like heading towards him menacingly. No matter what move I make, there you are. They're still chasing him down. And he goes, damn it. Oh, hell. I'll make sure your remains make it back to your loved ones. Star and Stripe. Of course you surpassed him. You've always been the greatest hero. Yeah, this quirk was nasty, man. Holy shit. Rest in peace. That was a goat-ass fight. Rest in peace, man. So you got 2 random people. So TV ain't a thing anymore. The TV station work is probably evacuated to shelters. Good thing we still got lights, water, and the essentials to live on, even if distribution is basically dead. I mean, that kind of freaking idiots burst out of prison and start stirring up trouble in big cities. Smart guys like me booked it to the boonies for the second shot of life. Oh, this is going to end poorly. Kashiko Kashi, convicted robber and murderer. Jesus. And the room just exploded. And we got Shigaraki. A hero. Nah, not likely. Still have a chance. Mrs. Star likely assigned a new rule to her quirk that prevents it from residing among others. So he's touching the murderer dude. In that case, I'll just steal this bystander's quirk once he's quirkless. I can grant him new order and preserve it. The Star goes, nice try. So she's still alive in his body. Nice try, idiot. New order revolts against other quirks. Thanks to all those other quirks inside of you, my little revolt was the death of me. It's a real shame I couldn't kill you and finish the job, but there are some words of wisdom to remember, John Doe. As long as people stand up to save each other, someone will inherit that will of heroism. And make no mistake, they will strike you down. Facts. So Star's quirk is disintegrating and All For One's like in fucked up. His vestige is all fucked up. Then All For One goes, give it a rest. The winner is the one who lives longest. So take a hike, dead lady. And she finishes disintegrating. Some hero. Huh? Whoa. Midoriya. So it's Midoriya and just a bunch of hands. Is she think? Wait. So like is some people so the old theory that Deku got his quirk stolen when he was a kid, is this what this is trying to like hint at, or is this just like her thinking and then she's thinking All Might's new student, he'll somehow take up the mantle and win? I'm confused about that part, but interesting. The hunt for Shigaraki. So this is the narration. The hunt for Shigaraki resumed immediately. Evidence of a struggle was discovered, but the villain had once again vanished without a trace, leaving the authorities back at square one. The entire world learned of the number one American hero's death that very day. With the knowledge that even the hero currently hailed as the strongest had fallen to this threat, the nations of the world backed down. Bitch made. They're all bitch made. I am no longer being dispatched. We intend to so this is the Egyptian looking hero. I am no longer being dispatched. We intend to abandon Japan to its fate. Then a person he was talking to says, don't look at it that way, Salam. We only ask you not to abandon your own nation. The narration continues. The loss of the hero could mean the downfall of a nation. It was decided that there was a greater need for heroes to protect their own homes and to save the people of some far-off foreign land. So the dispatch operation was immediately put on hold. So you got one of the bros. Is this a nigga? Wait, one of the bros was black? Yo. But Star's death wasn't in vain. Then we got All Might. Cassie, I wish I could have seen her. Each X66 we rode in on holds data from the battle. They were recording each biosignature and analyzing every quirk during the fight. Hopefully that data will provide a lead. No way you folks don't already have people studying that monster, right? And they're at the hospital talking. The next day, 2 days after Midoriya returned to UA, so we got Bakugo. A deadline extension? All Might, yes. Originally, tomorrow was the day Shigaraki would have perfected his body, but now he'll be out of commission for at least a week. As a parting gift, Star and Stripe bought us this time. We'll use this time to our advantage, and we'll take down Shigaraki and All for One. We got the main players, Deku, Bakugo, and Shoto. They're ready. On to chapter 335. God damn, Star died. Man, that was rough. Even though she was only there for like 5 chapters. I was like, yo, this is some goat shit right here. Then gone. Chapter 335, Zygotes. And we have the cover is All Might holding like an egg of some kind. So Deku, wait, so Star dealt lasting damage to Shigaraki? All Might. Data analysis from the American fighter jets tell us that when Shigaraki stole New Order, it ate away at him from the inside like a poison. Evidence suggests that New Order ravaged a considerable number of the quirks held in his massive library. So Jiru goes, okay, so that means, and Momo, right, now the world's best chance to take him out. The mass civilians evacuation effort continues, and all remaining heroes are now on the hunt for villains. So All Might continues. All for One may have suffered this setback, but figuring out his next move is nearly impossible. Whether we find him or he comes to us, full mobilization and all-out war is inevitable. Here's what you're up against. He may be sidelined for the moment, but Tomura Shigaraki is still the deadliest villain out there. Then there's All for One himself, his original body, plus Dabi, the madman with flames as fierce as endeavors, young Himiko Toga, a constant thorn in our side, the six remaining near high ends, the remnants of the Liberation Front, and then there are the yet to be apprehended escaped convicts who serve All for One. It's safe to assume the list goes on. All Might continues, yes, they will likely amass more allies. Meanwhile, less than half of those on our side remain to face this threat. It pains me to say this just after Star's untimely death in the line of duty, But if you hope to protect anything you hold dear at all, then I would ask you to fortify yourselves using this extension we've been given. Bakugo yells, already way ahead of you. Another training arc? We got a week. 7 days to get strong, boys and girls. So All Might's getting blown back by the energy of Bakugo. What he said, you haven't noticed because you and Deku left the school, All Might. And when you do return, you leave without a moment's notice. Yo, he's ripped. The tail dude is ripped. Wait a minute now. The tail dude, dude's built. Holy shit. Whoa. The gun show is commencing. In the wake of Gunga and Jaku, we've been doing extensive training with the Pussycats. As much as we can without leaving the dorms while we're... then he goes, why are you changing here? Then we got fucking Tokoyami. Where Deku goes, we follow undaunted. We shall fight until Shigaraki has fallen. Then fucking the poison chick, what was her? I forgot her name. Not daunted at all. So Deku, Kacchan, and others even agreed to spar with me to help me complete One for All. Deku yells, huh? Bakugo yells, huh? I never said that. Did some prison breaker rip your ears off? Then Satsu says, I thought you changed. Bakugo continues, all I want to know is how much punch my new cluster moves are packing. Taking on One for All is just another box to tick on the path to Shigaraki and All for One. The Shoto goes, that's right. Then Kaminari goes, don't forget to beat the snot out of me too. Then Zero, the tape dude, you ain't ready to give up the title of resident punching bag. Nah, I just need to take some good poundings if you ever want to get harder. We gotta honor Star's last wishes. Why don't we take this out to the courtyard? How dare that piece of crap take my star from me? Star fought for all of us, Mineta. So All Might's thinking back to all the students when they first started. All Might thinks, the zygotes I met that day have long since hatched. They refused to succumb to the raging storm, and now they spread their wings to reassure me. All for One, I'll say it again, you made such a foolish move. Those foolish villains picked the wrong fight because Class 1A is a mighty force to behold. Now that All for One... So we got Shigaraki in the hideout yelling, ah. Then we got All for One. Were we not, my other self? All will be well. Your quirk factors are simply worn and weary after that fracas within you. Shigaraki's yell, kill them all. Hate them. Dude, calm down. As long as a single person still remembers All Might's stupid face, I'll never know peace from this torment. And then All for One is smiling. Our minds are fusing. I could sense that much. That violent rage. Yes, I share Tomura's hatred now. There. This is all for the best. New Order refused to be stolen, but we've cleared away what was perhaps our most formidable obstacle. Let's let that light in your hearts. Now sense in dwelling on that single foiled plot. I'm sorry to have to do this after all your prepping, but the rest of you will need to remain on standby a bit longer. Then Dabi goes, screw that. Another day of dear old dad strutting around under the sun. I can't stand it. Then All for One goes, my dear Toya, we have much in common, you and I, but let me tell you how we differ. Dabi goes, huh? Listen well. When I find myself with a goal, I'm sure to plan out a number of routes to the goal, shall we say. To be exact, I weave my plots years or even decades prior, so that I may employ a viable route when the time comes. A route that inevitably achieves my end. I mean, it worked out for Aizen. The dude was planned for 200 plus years. Wild. Now the advent of my perfected vessel is delayed, and UA has welcomed Izuku to welcome Deku back into its sturdy walls. But what I have that you lack, Toya, are friends to spare. Who the fuck is this chick? So we got so this person is either invisible or they're emerging from the walls. Okay. This ain't the visible student chick, right? I mean, there's still the plot line about the traitor that just got dropped, or maybe it didn't get dropped. I still got a couple more chapters we need to get caught up, so we'll see. On to the next one, chapter 336. This is a pretty cool cover panel. So it's like all of the students with, I guess they're representing animals. All right, okay, cool. So they're all fighting. So Bakugo and Deku are sparring, and all the students are sparring as well. Endeavor taught us that build up and release stuff, but I ain't settling for just one blast. I'm saving up beads of sweat for a barrage that booms all at once. That's what powers my new clusters. That's what powers my new cluster upgrade, and gives a big boost to every move I've got. It takes a while to heat up enough though. Hence the winter costume. Overheating drains me fast, so it's a choice I gotta make. So Deku's hair is all frazzled. Todoroki is also trying something different. Everyone's making new moves, okay? So Todoroki's like holding his hands together and like he's melding his ice and fire powers together. Todoroki goes, still figuring it out though. I think I can control my left side just as well as my right now. In order to achieve a body even Dabi can't burn. Right and left, my entire body as one. He's coughing. The commentary goes, they're saying this is going to be an all-out war or whatever, but he's talking to Mineta. He's pulling more balls out of his head. Aren't the top two bad guys kind of on the ropes now? Plus, we got Gigantomachia tied down and snoozing, right? Can't we make a quick work of those villains once we find them? Bakugo replies, there are 3 reasons why that ain't the case. 3 whole reasons to Kaminari. First, finding them all is unlikely. Sure, the good guys found the Nomu Hanger, Shigaraki's hideout, and all those secret labs, but no one's ever tracked down the big bat himself ever since he lost to All Might. Old Nutsack Face is the world's champ at hide and seek. The Momogo's reason too. Shigaraki's body wasn't even complete the last time, while this time our own forces have thinned to half their numbers. And third, they're the ones with the finger on the trigger. Even if he might lost that search quirk in the battle against the US, they still get to make the opening move. That's why our sides calling up every able body got sheer numbers will give us a chance. Then Deku replies, if nothing else, maybe we can steer them in order to influence their next moves. I'd better rejoin the search too. Don't you mean we better? And he like, what the fuck's that on his face? Well, I think it's his hair. His hair is covering his eyes. So Ida was saying that, don't you mean we, motherfucker? And then Deku says, right, we. On that note, I think I cannot go. I think I can go for a quick stroll. I don't see why not. Relations between the hero courses and the evacuees have grown warmer since Uraka's stirring speech. Kaminari goes, I guess. Even with his back against the wall, All for One still got the grin on his face. So it's an invisible chick. Is she a trait? Wait a minute. I get. So my thing with traitors and plot lines, if we don't care about the character, there's no point of them being a traitor because it's not a plot twist. Like for instance, spoiler warning for One Piece. If you're not caught up on One Piece, pause for like the next 20 seconds or whatever. When they really revealed Kanjuro's the traitor, Who the fuck cared? It's Kanjuro. Who cared? Like, if it was Raizo, it'd have been better. Because, like, the minks sacrificed a lot to protect Raizo. People sacrificed a lot to protect Raizo. We, as readers, cared about Raizo because of what the minks went through to protect Raizo. Who gave a fuck about Kanjuro? So if the invisible chick is the traitor, who cares? Who cares? So the invisible chick is like standing behind a tree. Ever since all this stuff in Gunja and Jaku, you've been down in the dumps. I mean, we all felt that way, but still, you don't have a choice. Another orders just come in from him. Don't worry, this is just like always. Even if they intercept the message, it's in code. They'll just think it's communication between civilians. And no security cameras will catch us in this spot, right? It's fine. Yes, just fine. I had to wonder why you haven't smiled once since Deku came back to us. I was just worried. Everything leading up to Kamino, you always pulled off just what All for One asked. Fucking snitches, man. All right, so this is all right. Thank God. I actually like Aoyama. I actually like him. I like, yo, wait a minute now. This is a traitor. Horikoshi, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Should never doubted you. Should never doubted you. You gave us a traitor we cared about. All right, so let's go. Fail now and he'll kill us. You know that, right, Yugen? He's like crying. Poor Aoyama. He's just crying. He's shitting bricks. So you got, I think those are his parents. From nearly the moment you started school here, you've honored his every request. You even provided him the forest training camp location, and nobody was ever the wiser. Mama, Papa, but you must know we never wanted any of this, and yet it's too late to turn back. Then you got the invisible chick. You gotta be kidding me. It can't be true. Aoyama, all this time? His parents continue. Wait, isn't it? It's a family of heroes, though, right? What the fuck happened? So his mom continues. We only ever wanted to give you a shot at happiness in life. So this Aoyama when he was a kid. You want to be the same as the others, Yuga. Yeah, because being different is scary. You had no quirk to call your own. So we just wanted to help you. He was born quirkless. Wow. So you could chase your dreams like the rest of them. He's still crying. His parents are so shitty. We never would have done it if we had known how this would play out. We never would have had All for One give you a quirk. Why the naval laser though? If you're gonna give me a quirk, give me something cool. Not a fucking naval laser. No, All for One, you didn't have anything better than that in your closet. You couldn't. That's the best one you got. Naval laser. That's all. What? That's all. That's all the credit that his family could buy. Naval laser. Keep that shit. Look, if it was no quirk or naval laser, I'd rather have no quirk. At least make the shit come out of my eyes or mouth or hands. Belly button beams, bruh. Come on now, wild. But this is him before he got fucked up by All Might. But we're in too deep now. Now that he has this hold over us, there's no running from him. Aoyama's still crying, so this All Might like putting his hand on Aoyama to give him the quirk. Then the invisible girl goes, I've got to find someone, the teacher, anyone. Then Aoyama goes, I've endured so much heartache. I had to play my part right to avoid suspicion, always putting on a brave face to smother my guilty conscience. When All For One was finally caught in Kamino, for a moment I mistakenly let myself believe that just maybe I was free to have true friends and put an end to my acting. Oh, Yuga, please forgive us. Forgive your loving parents for being such fools. Mama, Papa, I only wanted to protect you. I cannot let him kill you. Yuga, please, we're begging you. You have to save us, Yuga. That's rough. Having bitch-made parents is rough, man. I'm happy, mama. We didn't grow up with money, but my parents were solid folk, are solid folk, They held me down, taught me good principles, that's why I'm still in school, getting my education, getting these degrees. So one day I go get money, pay off these student loans, and start tricking on some of these females. That's a different topic for another day. But you have to save us, Yuga and Russell. And his mom looks so. Deku just showed up. Did Deku hear everything? Hagakure just told me what she heard. That the traitors in our midst is. I love when plots go fast. I hate slow drawn out like things like this. Thank God that's like within a chapter. Gotcha, bitch. She found Deku, said, hey, the snitch is here. And Deku showed up. Yo, Ioma, we're homies. What's up, bro? So we're going to have like a talk no jutsu point. Because Deku's a real one. If I call one of my homies slipping, I gotta talk to the homie first. Hey, bro, I heard you slipping, but we could fix this. Ain't no one's dead. We could still correct some shit. But I'm curious to see how Deku handles this because he's a real legit solid lad. So let's see how he handles this. His parents goes, what nonsense? How ridiculous! The girl must have misheard. Then Ioma's crying, Deku, oh Deku, I was the only one who couldn't say a word to you. In that moment, only I was silent, and Deku's like holding his hand. Ioma, stop! I can't take it. Not from you. And he's like flashback reading the note Deku left. You've been looking so gloomy lately. Only you. I thought something must be wrong, so I came looking for you. Out here. And Ioma goes, yes, only me. I always wanted to feel equal. At USJ, then they go, Yuga, no. And then in the forest, each time I led them to us. Do you hear me, Deku? I am a despicable villain. Is that cheese pieces? Oh. It says, I know. So it's like they arranged to words and says, I know. Damn. On to chapter 337. This is getting deep, y'all. This last 9 chapters have been fire. Friends to spare, huh? Dabi goes, aren't we screwed if one of your friends gets caught? All For One goes, not in the least. Say your 100 yen light year fizzles out. What would you do? When my friends succeed, I rejoice. Should they fail, I think, oh, what a shame. And after that brief disappointment, I set move on to the next viable route for my plan. So chapter 337, A Despicable Life. They're less like friends and more like disposable tools. And I say hip hip hooray for any slight excitement they can inflict. And the parents are grabbing Oyoma. Run away, Yuga. Deku's charging. Wait, hold on. Mama, Papa, my being quirkless caused you no small amount of dismay. Both of you come from wealthy, privileged families and never wanted for anything in your own upbringings. And the two of you fretted over my being different from the other children even more than I did. That's why his parents are bitch made, man. That's why hoping against all hope and wishing only for my happiness. And the parents are talking. They say he can give quirks to others. You dare believe a dubious rumor? I suffered at the hands of my new quirk, which was a poor fit for my body. While you, Mama and Papa grappled with your own angst as you praised me. Yeah, he gave me a shitty quirk. Whoa, yeah, hey, bro, take this shit back. Like this shit's ass. Because you feared my being different, my own dreams sprang from that desire to conform. Then, yes, at some point, I hope to give back as you done so much for me. They say All Might has been hired to teach at the school. So this is All For One speaking. They say All Might has been hired to teach at the school, so you will be attending UA. Inform me when your class is going to be isolated. Tell me the location of your training camp. Now that Deku has returned to UA, lure him somewhere alone. So Ioma's still thinking, acting in service of others, in pursuit of their happiness, giving of myself for everyone's sake. So Ioma's crying, that note you left. When I learned that, like me, you were born quirkless, I fell into, then Deku goes, quit Ioma. I fell into utter despair. Naval, then Deku's activating his quirk, laser, and then Hagekure jumps in the way to deflect the laser. And she goes, my body lets me refract the light. We could have been killed time after time, and now all of Japan is like totally messed up. What was going through your head this whole time in school with us? She's becoming visible as she's crying. Living in the dorms with us even. Well, say something, Ioma. His parents are charging at him. You have it wrong. Our dear Yuga only ever. And Deku uses the black whip to constrain all three of them. And he goes, listen to Ioma. Hagekure just did you a favor. She doesn't want you hurting anyone else, okay? So come on. Enough. Let us stop this. Just let this be over. Oh, so you brought them all to everyone. I got this. Deku, he's a solid lad. Hey, bro, we could fix this, man. No one got hurt. We could fix this. Naval Laser, for your shitty ass quirk, your fucked up parents. So I think it's Gucci the cop. I got the gist. He gave the boy a quirk and took control of the family. The quirk was granted about a decade ago. The fact that the kid's sitting here in one piece tells us that he's not rigged to blow in any case of betrayal the way Nagant was. Then the principal goes, may I ask you children to leave the room? And the students were all there. No. He goes, no, you may not, says Shoto. Then Kaminari goes, this makes no freaking sense. Tail dude. What are you planning if Hagekure hadn't caught you? Then he goes, come on, Oyama, tell us it's all bullcrap, dude. Bakugo says, another one of us who started out quirkless, small world, huh? Gucci says, sadly, we're still struggling to restore law and order, so you need to tell us every last thing you know about All For One. His dad says, Ioma's dad goes, we know nothing. He makes his request and we obey, that's all. Should we fail, he'll kill us. If we lie to him, we're dead. Aguchi says, kill you how? He gave us a demonstration of what happens to those who defy him. It was some lackey who surrendered to the police. They were killed soon after leaving prison, so they couldn't escape him. Wherever we run, he'll find us and make us face our doom. Yuga had no way of knowing what would happen. Each time he followed those orders, we only knew that he mustn't fall under suspicion. We're the ones to blame. What was going through your head this whole time in school? So this is Ioma thinking back to what Hagekure said to him. Your deaths could very well have been on my head, and yet I found myself smiling alongside all of you. So Ioma's saying this as he's crying. as if we were truly friends. Then we learned Deku was also once quirkless, yet he faces the crushing task that is standing up to All for One. I despaired when I realized how pathetic I am compared to him. Rather than express concern for Deku, I wallowed in my own misery, which set me spiraling even deeper. I'm rotten to the core. I, Yuga Ayoma, am a villain through and through. Then Deku, yes, oh yeah? Then why did you try to save Kacchan and Tokiyama back in the forest? They're all looking on. And the cheese you left me that night, did all for one order you to do that too? Of course not. I'm kicking myself for not realizing that that was your SOS to me, and the reason you're bawling your eyes out now clearly isn't because you failed All for One. I happen to know a hero who got manipulated by him, but even she didn't sell her whole soul. Her spirit was crushed, that's all. All Might goes, Deku, kid. If I had known, maybe things could have worked out differently, said Deku. Doing wrong doesn't make you a villain for the rest of your life. And he reaches his hand out. Take my hand, Ayoma. And Bakugo's looking on. He's like, yo, Deku's the truth, man. He's the truth. So Bakugo's thinking, if nothing else, maybe we can steer them. Deku, I get it now. Can you still be a hero? And Ayoma's crying. Man, Deku's the truth, man. Deku is the truth. On to the final chapter, not the current chapter. I'm pretty sure this is the current chapter. Chapter 338. Chapter 338, the story of how we all became heroes, part 1. Okay. So they go, not so fast, Deku. Sansa, go ahead and gag young Ayoma. So the cat dude puts a binding on his mouth. And no, there will be no hand holding. He's in police custody. Regardless of any extenuating circumstances, the fact remains that he conspired with All for One. Furthermore, though it may seem that he's safe and in the clear, we cannot be sure he's not booby-trapped like Nagant. Until Central Hospital can run a full analysis, it's unwise to let the boy speak another word. So they're all crying. Mr. and Mrs. Ayoma, why didn't you inform All for One about our raid in Kamino? We never had a way to reach out to him. We only had communications when he came to us. Probably so that he couldn't be tracked down in any case you were caught. Detective Tsukachi said, Deku, we can't find All for One. That's the current situation, right? Then Kaminari goes, oh, they still get to make the opening move. That's why our side. So he's thinking back to the conversation they were having. And he goes, if nothing else, maybe we can steer the way the villains join the fight. They're all looking at him. Then Mineta goes, oh, sure. Looking at it from Samomo goes, looking at it from another angle. As of now, there's only one person. Oh, that's right. So as long as All for One doesn't know that Ayoma got caught, they could use Ayoma to set up a bait. Say, oh yeah, I got Deku, and then they jump his ass when he shows up. So the narrator goes, why? So I think this is Ayoma. Why? Why would they turn to me? So Ayoma is the only person who could possibly deceive All for One. When I'm a despicable villain, Ayoma thinks to himself. Bresamart goes, hold up, slow your roll, kiddos. Jumping the gun much. A crime's a crime, and I hate to say it, but you bunch are the biggest victims here. Can you really trust this guy now? Ida goes, that is all in the past. Solid lads, man. The responsibility, I keep forgetting the fucking tail dude's name. The responsibility also lies with us for being unable to perceive what lay in his heart, which is precisely why, when we witness our classmate weeping in despair, our urge is to reach out to him as friends, to allow him to take our hand, because that is the only way we can once again make him our equal, our peer. What a great speech. And then Bakugo goes, That crap I went through because of him. 5 good blasts of my howitzer should make us even. Then Zero goes, har har, a little extreme, don't you think? That's right. Ayoma, you thought you were helpless against All For One? Yeah, that's why you obeyed. But things have changed. You tried to get your folks to put an end to this bad deal, didn't you? When we went to grab Meteor off the street, did a single one of us give a crap for him being quirkless at one point? Did we hold it against the dude for keeping that a secret, for holding back those tears? Ayoma, we can still stand strong together. Then the cop goes, sorry to break up the excitement, but in terms of the Ayoma family cooperating with our search, they've already told us that All For One won't believe any lies. I understand how you all must feel, but let's keep a cool head about this. Then someone's on the screen, Deku. Did you have a concrete plan in mind? And he goes, not really. Sheesh, I didn't think so. Detective Tsukachi, I didn't see through the ruse either, so I'm responsible too. That said, I feel the same way the kids do. Oh shit, it's Aizawa. Ayoma, I still have no intention of expelling you. And Ayoma's crying. Right in the feels, man. Right in the feels. As Class A's homeroom teacher, I have an idea. Detective covered the Ayoma family's ears for a moment. And everyone's listening on. Just silence. We'll need to inspect each and every location. I think it all depends on him. And he's thinking about the plan. And the principal goes, it certainly seems feasible. Tsukauchi goes, it may be worth a try, Sansa. And Sansa goes, I like to contact this back. I would like to continue this back at HQ. The rest of you keep this all in the strictest of confidence. Got it? Then Deku yells, Ayoma! He looks back at all of them. We better prepare. I must do something about my costume, said Ida. And Deku goes, same here. They're all walking away. It'll work, yeah. This will bring him down. They all go, yeah. All right, get the game faces on. So Deku's ready. They're all ready. Prepare for the upcoming battle. To leave nothing to chance. Development studio. I need to repair some key equipment. And the door just explodes off the hinges. Deja vu, said Ida. And Deku goes, oof, that hurts. Oh no, that wasn't Deku. That was the equipment girl. Hey there, it's been forever, Deku. Their titties are just right in his mouth. And Ida's like, what? And Deku, you can't have a game face with a titty in your mouth like that. You cannot be sucking on a titty menacingly. You cannot. You can't do that. You can't do that. That's not how that goes. So Deku has his game face on with some titties in his mouth. End of the chapter. Yeah, we got caught up all up. Thank you all for continuing to rock with me. I also got past 100 subscribers, so thank you all for subscribing to my channel, and continue on to subscribe to my channel. If you're a new viewer, make sure to like the video. Give your thoughts about the review of The Traitor, because we've been talking about this shit for years, and now we finally found out it was Ayoma. I honestly would have never guessed it. I actually thought it was Kaminari, because all their communication equipment went out. So it was either going to be him or Jiru that could cause that to happen. So I actually did not expect Ayoma, which makes him a great traitor. So I actually thought this was a really good plot twist. So let me know how you thought about the reveal of the traitor in the comment section below. Peace out. Manga After Dark. Enjoy your holidays. Love your loved ones. Good night, everyone.